Hello. Good morning. How we doing? Can you see me? Is it clear? Is the stream nice and clear? Can you hear me and see me good? Good? Well, let's put the bins on. Oh yeah, there you go. All clear, Michael Browning, thank you very much. Morning, Ashley Walker, good morning. Gareth Gardner, good morning. Owen Sopper, hello mate. Dave Mariner, cheers mate, all good. Yeah, hello. Robert George Stone. I did get a ticket, John. Yeah, in the end I got a ticket. Some fella outside was getting rid of two. So, Lions TV, good morning. Yeah, good morning from sunny Wigan. It's absolutely freezing. I've had to put an extra coat on for the occasion. Just better give our sponsors one last mention for the season. Of course, Regal Elevators that have carried us through, shall we say, to the end of this season and will be our sponsor for next season. I've had a bit of a problem with setting the camera up. It's only on my phone. Usually I put it on the seats in front, but it's so steep here that I couldn't put it on the seat in front. So I'll show you a picture in a minute. It's only the goalkeepers are out at the minute. Let's talk about the team news. The team news is, as what I was expected, it is an unchanged side from the team that lost 2-1 to Bristol City. I'm going to kill myself now because I can't remember the team. It's 4-4-2. It's going to be Dave Martin in goal, Marlon Romeo right back, Shane Ferguson left back, Jake Cooper with Alex Pearce alongside of him, Ryan Tunnicliffe right midfield, central midfield is going to be Sean Williams and Ryan Leonard, and up front Steve Morrison and Lee Gregory. I've missed out the left midfielder there, not sure, but listen, on the bench is George Alexander, Billy Mitchell and Danny McNamara, who this week signed a new contract at Millwall. So it will be good to see them boys get on at some point. It is good to see Steve Morrison and Lee Gregory play up front one last time together. I think that's the right thing to do. But honestly, 45, 50 minutes, I'd bring on George Alexander, I'd bring on Billy Mitchell, and I'd bring on Danny McNamara. Why not? Listen, what have we got to lose? We lose the game 4-0, it doesn't matter. It is a very cold, nothing day in Wigan, so hopefully the players will inspire us a little bit more. Journey up was long, and fair play, we sold just under 1,000 tickets. Someone just said to me, is Gregory 100% going? I can only go off what the manager says. What I will say on the Lee Gregory subject is that about 3 months ago, the club came out and said, we've offered Lee Gregory a new contract. We've offered him a new contract, and now we're waiting to hear. So they sort of put the ball in his court, and they half put it on Lee Gregory a bit. I think they sort of put the ball in his court. But no, I think he's going. I think the manager's confirmed that he's going. There could be a turnaround. Nothing's impossible in football, but I fully expect Lee Gregory to leave after today. Where would he go? Good question. Doncaster in the playoffs if they come up. It's nothing to do with us and where we are as a club. It's completely to do with logistics and where Lee Gregory wants to be living. You know, he's a Sheffield boy, been down here for 5 years now, and also he's never tested himself at any other professional club really than Millwall. He had a couple of games for Mansfield before he went to Halifax. So maybe, you know, he's getting to 30 years old now and he wants to give himself one last challenge as well. The music's going to get really loud here and kill me. But yeah, listen, an unchanged side. I just want to see a few goals today. I would rather lose 3-0 and see McNamara, George Alexander and Billy Mitchell play than draw 0-0 and see Tom Elliott come off the bench. No, not just Tom Elliott, just the same old players. Let's give the youth a chance today. We've got to. We don't do that predominantly at Millwall. Paul Stensfield says, will Morrow be on our staff next season? Now he is getting his badges. I think they will find a place for Steve Morrison in the coaching staff. Which is Geezer, shut up. Yeah, I don't think Morrison can play anymore. You know, to be fair, he done well against Bristol City, but next season, if he's going to be at the club in some capacity, I would rather it be a coach than be as a player. Someone's asked me there, Will Grigg is overrated. Will Grigg doesn't play for these anymore, he plays for Sunderland. Connor says, who will replace Lee Gregory? I was having this conversation yesterday about who will replace Lee Gregory. We have been very lucky with Lee Gregory and Steve Morrison, pulled them both out of non-league. One's our third all-time top goal scorer and one's our seventh all-time top goal scorer. It's going to be very difficult to replace them. I think the man touted to do so will be Tom Bradshaw. when he comes back. Here come the players. We're wearing orange. See what I'm saying about how steep it is? Here they come, the boys. Has anyone noticed that we've absolutely dinged? We've absolutely blown the silver kit or the grey kit, whatever it is, out the wall. We never wear it, and I think that's a little bit of superstition in tow there. We always wear the orange kit. I don't think we've lost many games in that orange kit, so maybe a little bit of Connor sort of said it looks like Everest. Tony Waters, do you think Archer will get the boot? Hopefully he gets the boot and he takes his gloves with him. Yeah, I don't think Jordan Archer's going to be at the club next season. And listen, if he's not playing, it's not a concern of mine. But he played for so long when he shouldn't have done. And on the back of saying about Archer, let's take some positives out of it. I really hope Dave Martin gets a new contract. Yeah, will Dave Martin be our number one next season? Hopefully. I've got absolutely no problem with that, with Dave Martin being our number one. Yeah, he's got to get a new contract. George M says we need a good clean-up in the squad, which we do. Unfortunately, we need to get rid of a lot of players. If we get rid of a lot of players, we need to get a lot of players in. And I don't think we're going to have the funds or the resources to do that unless we sell someone like Jake Cooper for £7 or £8 million, which I wouldn't want to do. But, you know, sacrifice one to get in 5 or 6 good players, you might have to look at that possibility. Someone says we need to sign a good underrated striker. I am hearing, this is only a rumour and I don't know it as fact, but the Tom Eaves deal could be, we was never in for Tom Eaves, but I'm hearing now that we possibly might be. It's a transfer rumour I've heard. Again, don't take what I say as gospel, but I think someone like Tom Eaves is the absolute best we can hope for. Players in League One these days, players that score goals in League One or any sort of good standard player in League One, they're going to cost you at the days where you can go to League One and buy a player for 100,000, 200,000. Good players in League One now are going for 1-2 million. Oliver Norwood from Tranmere is another one that's being touted about, not by us, I'm just saying a good goal scorer in that division. So to go and find a Lee Gregory from Halifax or a Steve Morrison from Stevenage, it will be very, very difficult. And no disrespect to the gaffer, but our recruitment has never been good. Someone said they're here with me. Hello, mate. James Norwood. What did I say? I said Oliver Norwood. Who's Oliver Norwood? Someone said, is Jed staying? Yeah, I think Jed will stay. Again, no disrespect to Jed, but he's been to Wolves, he's been to top-end teams in this division, and he couldn't get a look in. He's come to Millwall, and the way he's performed in the last 10 to 20 games, I wouldn't be queuing up to buy him with a chequebook in the summer if I was another team. Listen, Jed's good for us, but I think you know, being a very good player in a Millwall side is probably the best that Jed can hope for. Tony Waters says, think AOB will be on his bike. Do I think he will? Or, cheers, Billy Symes. Oh, Bill, you was the winner, by the way, the other night of, just because you made me laugh. So Billy Symes, I said I'd give something away to people to subscribe to Mini Me's channel. So get in touch with me, mate, somehow from, on social media, and you can collect your prize. Fredo SZN, all the way from Turkey. Hello, mate, how you doing? I bet the weather's a bit better there than it is here. Think Romeo might be going apparently to... Oh, I can't even say that name you've put up there. I don't think Marlon Romeo's going anywhere. I think Marlon Romeo's a good young player, but I think he's got a lot to learn. I think he knows that. And his old man Jazzy B likes my channel. Jazzy come up to me the other day and said, I love what you do. So that was a nice touch to be told from someone who's creative and as talented as Jazzy B that he likes Lions TV. I'll take that all day long. Billy, when I'm mate, you've messaged me on Instagram. I'll get in touch with you after the weekend. Oh, thumbs up, friend. Don't know why I did that. We sold 1,000 tickets today, but I don't know if there'll be 1,000 of us here. I think people might have bought tickets on the back of expecting that today could go down to the wire results-wise, and now it doesn't matter. I'm not sure. Do you want to have a little look at the ground instead of me? Well done, Bill. Yeah. Have a little look at the players for a minute. absolutely Ramo in the Wigan end, isn't it? Yeah, not a lot to see there, John, at all. Maybe I'll maybe we'll have another look at the players when it livens up a bit and a few fans get in here. Sold out, yeah, isn't it? We sold 994 tickets for today, yeah. 994 tickets. Where's Jed today? Joe Holland has asked, where is Jed? Cheers, mate, we'll have a good day. Where is Jed today? Jed's been carrying a knock, apparently, and he's been playing through the pain and having the old cortisone injections, I think. So now the season's done and dusted, going to give Jed a little rest. And I think, well, I'm hoping that's probably what's been affecting his performances. Listen, I've got no problem with Jed Wallace, and I've slated his performances lately. But make no mistake, Jed Wallace gives everything for our club, and he wants to play for our club, and that shows every day the way he responds on the pitch. But yeah, no Jed today. I really hope these youngsters get a run today. John Febby, good question, mate. You said, what do you think the objective should be for next season, and what do you think our league position will be? I've said that Harris deserves the chance next season. I've also said that I don't think he'll pull it off. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope he does pull it off, and he has pulled it off before against the odds. Honestly, we got to a point, and I didn't think we could ever come back from where he was in League One. We ended up getting promoted and then finishing 8th in the Championship. Next season will be massive for us. It won't be easy because we won't have the money to spend that other clubs have to spend. But where do I think we'll finish? It's very difficult to say because we need to sign. We need to see who goes in and comes out. But I'm going to back us next season to have a top 10 finish. I think whether it be under Harris or not, we have to respond in the summer. We have to put our money where our mouth is. We have to sign players, and the squad for the first time in a long time needs a major reshuffle. And I think that can only be a good thing. I think, again, it has been, I was going to say a bad season. It's been a successful season this season, but it's not been the results. It's been the performances. I don't think I or a lot of you could watch the shit we've been being served all season, and it's not losing. Because drawing, not a problem. I don't mind losing games. We know that as Millwall fans. It's just the lack of football, the lack of ideas. We don't come to watch a dull 0-0 with no chances created. But listen, where do I think we can kick on next season? I think this season was needed, and I think a major clear out is needed, and now will happen on the back of what's happened this season. Lee Stevens agrees with me. He says a top 10. Neil Harris is a legend. Anyone could turn it round. Yep. I think Neil Harris has been very professional. He's a legend at the club, and he's took a lot of shit, a lot of criticism. But listen, that's always going to happen when you are the manager of a football club. Neil Harris come into this job knowing he was going to get stick. He knows what Millwall fans are like. He knows what any fans of any football club's like, and you are going to get. There's a lot of pressure there that comes with that job. He's been professional, and now he's starting to bite back a bit. And it was quite controversial, the video he did on the club's official channel, but I like that. I think Neil Harris come across very well in that. He was clearly agitated. He didn't hold back. He was very open and honest, and there's players there he wants to name, and he won't have to name them because when they leave you'll know they are. But I like that from Harris. It shows that he does care. I think it was a very good interview, and I liked it. Someone says we should put an offer in. Joe Maguire, favourite TV series, Joe Maguire. At the minute, I'm loving a bit of Brooklyn Nine-Nine on Netflix with Andy Samberg. Get on that if you ain't. It's blinding. And obviously Game of Thrones. But for a little inside, a little outside bit that no one knows about, have a look at Brooklyn Nine-Nine on Netflix. Very good. Victor Dunn says, "How are you? We're having a good day. Hope you're here with me in the freezing cold at Wigan." There you go. That one's done. A couple of people now pops up and says, "Here you go. Here again. Here you are again." Fixik. Why has no one got normal YouTube names like Bob? Everyone's got random names like MFC Payback. But a couple of people have said we should put in an offer David McGoldrick. That might not be a bad shout. He wasn't first choice at Sheffield United. Sheffield United got him from Ipswich, so he had a worldie of a season. Ipswich went down. He could be surplus to requirements at Ipswich, and he could be a good buy for us, David McGoldrick. definitely, you know, proven in this division. Someone just says Billy Simon's real name. I see a bit of a bromance going on here, Bill, me and you, mate. Someone said, where's Mini-Me? Mini-Me's got a game today. His team have got a friendly before their cup final next week. But I decided to ditch that today and come here just for the... Listen, you can't run a fan channel and not go to the last game of the season. Even if it is on a bank holiday Sunday, 12:30 kick-off. Away to Wigan. Score predictions. George Play wants my score predictions. I am going to go for a high scoring game, because that can happen in the season. Listen, everything points towards no goals this day, low scoring. We can't score many goals, but I think I'm going to go for a 3-1 Millwall win. How about that? With George Alexander get one off the bench, Lee Gregory get one, and Juicy Jake up from the back. 2-0 Wigan, 1-2 Millwall. The starting lineup, Peter Schultz. Yeah, good shout, mate. I'll recap on that starting lineup because we've been live for 16 minutes now. The starting lineup is unchanged from the team that lost 2-1 to Bristol City in the week. I'm trying to think who's playing left midfield. Is it Meredith left back? Yeah, I think it is. It's Dave Martin in goal, James Meredith left back, Marlon Romeo right back, Jake Cooper with Alex Pearce captain in the side alongside him. Ryan Tunnicliffe will play right midfield, who I thought played very well, by the way, against Bristol City. Sean Williams and Ryan Leonard central, and Shane Ferguson on the left with the deadly duo one last time. Tearjerker, get the Kleenex out. Steve Morrison and Lee Gregory will appear for the very final time together. As what a fantastic forward line they've been for us down the years. 3-2 Millwall, Fixix says. Morrison for 2 goals. That'll be his first and second goals of the season, I think, Arch, isn't it? I'm not sure about whether we're going to give Youth a chance. Tony says, thanks for the good work this season, Dan. Keep it up. You're welcome, mate. Thank you. Thanks for watching, everyone. It's been a long season. I will keep the channel going. Oh, for fuck's sake. I will be keeping the channel going throughout the season. There's going to be a Millwall documentary from the docks to the den. And I'm going to go back and do it from the very beginning, over maybe an hour to 2 hours long, maybe a 1-2-part documentary. It won't be in my house at all. It'll be all out on location where the original ground was, meeting up of old players. I've got Kevin Bremner in the pipeline for that one. I've got Alan Dorney in the pipeline. We'll obviously have to come and talk to the big dog, Tony Warner, for old time's sake. And probably go and speak to Mark Beard. I'll have a right go. I'm going to spend the whole 12-week break preparing and trying to put together a very high standard documentary for the start of next season. There'll be predictions. There'll be no prediction shows for this summer. There'll be debate shows, and there'll be Sunday roundup shows, transfer news. I'll do all that throughout the summer. We're going to go for it next year on Lions TV, and I'm going to try not to miss a game next year. Callum Cook, there you go. Listen, if you've got a normal name, I'll read you. By the time I've read some people's stupid names out, I can't read the question. It goes too quick. Yeah, George Play. George Play Z123. My favourite player. Cheers, Steve. My favourite player at Millwall at the minute, it's got to be Ben Thompson. My favourite Millwall player of all time is Alex Ray. Someone's here with me at the DW Stadium. A Lions fan forum, how would that work? Someone said, live stream the whole game. Can't do that, mate. 1, my battery won't take it. And 2, I cannot stream the game. I cannot show you any content from the game because I will get in trouble with the club. And also I will get a copyright strike from YouTube, and I can't have that either. Filling up in here a little bit. Do you want to have a little look? Let's have a look, eh? Come on, let's have a fucking look. Come have a look. What else can you do? See what Super Dave's got in goal. Oh, there you go. I'll tell you what you do, they best fan channel on YouTube, keep up the good work. Oh, nice one, cheers mate. Yeah, I won't be streaming games, there's nothing in that for me, there's nothing in it for me streaming games. I like to produce my own content. There's no point in me nicking other people's content, I'm no content thief. Nearly 1,000 tickets sold for today. Yes, here we are, how long from kick-off? don't even know because my phone's here. I'm streaming on my phone. George Alexander, I would love to see George Alexander get on. I think there's a lot of hype surrounding George Alexander because of who his dad is. But obviously that's understandable. Hang on, man, I'm trying to fucking do a live stream here. Someone give this guy the memo. My score prediction is 25 minutes to 25 minutes to go to kick off. I'm going for a 3-2 Millwall win. Can you still hear me? Callum Cook, come on you Lions. My layer of the season? Your player of the season? You said layer, but I take it you meant player. My player of the season is a difficult one. My player of the season has got to be between Lee Gregory and Jed Wallace. Simply because how hard they work. And on ability alone, I'll probably have to go with Lee Gregory again. Listen, for these people who don't want Lee Gregory misses, I did say 3-1 Millwall, yeah, that's what I'm going for. Lee Gregory has scored 12 goals this season in a team that's survived relegation just. It's still not a bad return. I know he misses the occasional chance, but it'll be interesting to see where he goes. Jake Cooper, player of the season this year? No, I don't think so. I think Juicy's found it a little bit harder this season than he did last because our defence has been under more pressure, but I still think Jake Cooper's a great player. Should we keep Sid Nelson? Archie Compton says no. Billy Symes, my old mate Billy, my mucker Bill. Do I think Juicy Jake's going anywhere in the summer? I don't know anything, but I think we'll find it hard to keep hold of Jake Cooper, especially with the money he's potentially worth, and we need to rebuild. So if those things add up for you, put 2 and 2 together, you do the math. What position do I think we need to improve on? I think we definitely need a left-footed attacking midfielder. Marshall I'd send back, don't want him. Aiden, no disrespect to Aiden, he's done well for us cutting him from the left. But we need that balance. We need a very pacey, attack-minded midfielder. I see it in Neil Harris's defence. I'll tell you who we did get, or we did nearly get, was Joe Lolly. And we ended up not getting Joe Lolly. He chose Nottingham Forest over us. And he's ended up being Nottingham Forest player of the season. So, for me, Joe Lolly was one we wanted but just missed out on. Howarth HD says, any news on why Sean Hutchinson is out? No, I don't know why Sean Hutchinson's out. I don't know this for a fact. Again, it's something I've heard, so don't shoot me, don't ban me, don't fire me. But apparently Sean Hutchinson was 100% fit and not even on the bench against Bristol City. And he's not the sort of character that would cause unrest in the dressing room without a doubt. So, I don't know, maybe Sean Hutchinson is leaving. Janie Jones, have I said that right? Janie Jones says, does Neil Harris need a new number 2? I think Harris could do with a new number 2. To be honest, I don't really know too much that Dave Livermore does, and he seems to get a bit of a brunt of abuse if things ain't going well. It's hard to know if we need a new number 2 because I don't actually know what Dave Livermore does. And again, I've said this before, if we've got a director of football or someone who's a higher hierarchy than Harris in the club structure, I don't think Harris will respond to that very well. I think Neil Harris would struggle with that. I don't think it'll work. So, John McKenna, one-leg livers. Lawrence Howard says Bradshaw could be a big player next year when Gregory leaves. Bradshaw could be a big player next year. I think we're pinning a lot of hopes on Bradshaw because we know the situation we're in with Lee Gregory leaving. Tom Bradshaw, I'm hoping he comes back from injury and does well. It's not easy to come back as strong as he was from a cruciate knee ligament injury. A lot of players could tell you that. His goal record isn't fantastic in the Championship, so I don't think you're going to get 20 goals a season out. Sorry, I don't think you're going to get 20 goals a season out of. I don't think you're going to get 20 goals a season out of Tom Bradshaw. Sorry, someone just texted me on about Mini-Me's. Someone just texted me about Mini-Me's latest score. It's 0-0, so I just pop that in. VCD are currently drawing 0-0. I think they're playing Baldwin Sports today. James Millwall says Ben Thompson should be captain next season with a question mark. So, sorry. Lost my head here and I ain't had a drink yet. Should Ben Thompson be the captain next season? Sorry, I'm so lost in the music now, I'm trying to concentrate. Should Ben Thompson be captain next season? No, I don't think Ben Thompson needs the added pressure and responsibility of being the captain next season. I think definitely he's going to be a future Millwall captain. But yeah, do you know what? Someone's just put their copyright. Now, when I did the live stream at Sheffield United, I got a copyright strike because they played the Clash, they live by the river or something like that, wherever it is. Because they played it on the Tannoy, I got a copyright strike against me for Sheffield United. Archer or David Ford? Who would I rather have in goal? David Ford. Boy, Scott, don't blame it on the good times either, brother. Players are getting a little bit more intense. Oh, I've dropped my glasses, please. The players are getting a little bit more intense about the warm-up now. But they're still not shooting. You always get the back four doing this one, look. When they retract as a... He'll stick a ball up in the air in a minute, watch, and they'll all drop. They'll all drop as a unit. There you go. One in the air for Juicy J. Dave Martin striking a few nice ones. Sorry, I'm happy to turn it this way, but if I turn it this way, I can't then read your questions. Let's have a little bit of this for a second, though. Is that better for you? So they can league them off four eyes. Never seen Wigan so lively on a Sunday morning. Josh Hobbs says, why put Tunnicliffe on the wing? Useless. Well, I've got to tell you, when I saw Ryan Tunnicliffe was out wide right, I did think the same. I thought Ryan Tunnicliffe played very well the other night at right midfield. Again, in the long term, it's not ideal because he's not a player that's going to get down the wing and get crosses in, but technically, I thought he did very well, right? For fuck's sake, mate. Come on now. Can you still hear me all right? We're 27 minutes into the live stream. Well, we played 4-4-2, John, I think. Did we play 4-4-2? That's what it looked like to me. Fergie was left. You had Ryan Tunnicliffe on the right and Williams and Leonard central. Sweet. You can hear me. David Beckham to FDDGYFG. Got to change that name, mate. Why David Beckham as well? Alfie Rutherford of Havant and Waterlooville scored 15 goals in the National League this season, aged just 20. Funny you should say about him. I was calling him the new Jamie Vardy. I see a video pop up the other day on Facebook, I think it was, and it showed a lot of goals that Rutherford scored, and he does look like a good player. Again, that's the sort of player that we need to try and go for, get signed, and then just throw him straight in the deep end. We signed a lot of players previously, youngsters. I mean, who remembers earlier on in the season we signed a player from, was it Havant and Waterlooville? We signed a youngster and he's going to now play in the under-23s for a season. You just, oh, hang on, Paul likes this one. What about that one? I don't even know what that dance move was. I ain't danced in about 30 years. Yeah, Alfie Rutherford, yeah, I read that one, Ricky. Joe Holland says, you think we have roughly 10 million to spend? Well, fuck me, I hope you're right, mate, and if we do... Harry Smith, I do remember him. Harry Smith now plays for Macclesfield and they stayed up last season. But Harry Smith left our club because he had personal problems, which I'm now very, very pleased to say. Looks like he's got through the other side of. I liked Harry Smith, thought he was a good player for us. Threw him in at the deep end, scored a couple of goals up at Luton in the checker tray, scored a hat-trick against a team that's going to escape me from Essex, Braintree, in the league, in the FA Cup. Archer is awful, I agree. Do you think Leonard will get better, says George Plays Z123. Drop the 123 off the name, George, can't we? Listen, I'd love it if Ryan Leonard got better, but it's not going to fucking happen. I think the guy's about 26 years old. Someone, Archie Compton says, do we need to replace Shane Ferguson on the left? I've got no problem with Fergie being a squad player. Fergie upped his game and was like a lunatic, but his levels have dropped again now. I've got no problem. I've got no problem with Shane Ferguson and Ryan Tunnicliffe being squad players, but first team starters in the Championship, I don't think they're up to it. King or Amos, says Vince. King or Amos? King. I'm hearing that King, Archer and Amos are all going to leave the club in the summer. Amos, again, the frustrating thing with Amos is Bolton have got no dough. So they loaned us Amos to get him off the wage bill because he was on high wages. We then spent the whole season paying Archer, who's on quite a lot of wages, so I hear, and Amos, who's on a lot of money. When we had Dave Martin sitting on the bench for 2 years doing nothing. Now Dave Martin's our number one, so it's a lot of wages that's gone to waste there unnecessarily. I think with Ryan Sanford, we've got 5 goalkeepers at the club currently, and 2 teams. You don't need 5 goalkeepers. Last 5, boys and girls, we've only got 15 minutes to kick off. Michael Browning says, I like Tom King, did nothing wrong and gets dropped for Archer. Yeah, there is this problem within the club, and this is why Harris isn't happy. But he can't really blame the players that are unhappy, because Harris does seem to have his favourites that he keeps playing and doesn't give our players chances. Like Tom King, who's been sitting there doing nothing. Like Conor McLaughlin, who I don't think's ever had a fair crack at the whip. Like Fred, like Aiden, and instead you'll see him continually play Archer, Morrison. Tony Craig kept playing Tony Craig when Tony Craig was unfortunately passing a couple of years ago. So I can understand it from both camps. That guy's got shorts on, what an absolute warrior. I'm fucking freezing, I've got 2 coats on. Thoughts on Harris's players. Sorry, I didn't see the rest of that. Will Bates says, where do I think Lee Gregory will be going? I don't know. Someone said Sheffield United the other day, but no disrespect to Gregory, I think he's good for us. But I can't see Sheffield Wednesday wanting a big club. They're going to have money to spend in the summer under Steve Bruce. I can't see it. Maybe Doncaster if they come up. Maybe Rotherham if they had stayed up. Maybe Huddersfield are coming down. But I don't know. I will be very interested to see. Oh, well done. VCD are winning 1-0. Well done, Bobby. Well done, Bob. Bob's the lobster. You'll be watching this later, mate. We're playing right now. But well done, Bob. You scored. Dan. Oh, hello, Katie Pearson. Yes. Kate Pearson. You're Kate now. She used to be Katie. I went to school with Kate. Shout out to her son, Albie, who's doing well at Rondos, I believe. I see the photos. Yeah, big shout out to Albie. Hello, mate. I used to go to school with your mum. Keep cracking on with Rondos, mate. I think you're doing well. Fair play to you. Better footballer than your mum was. Not that I ever saw her play football. Opinion on the bench today. Josh Hobbs says, opinion on our bench today. It's a good bench. I'm happy with it. Scalax on the bench. McLaughlin's on the bench. Billy Mitchell's on the bench. Danny McNamara's on the bench. George Alexander's on the bench. I'd love to see any 3 of those 5. Get on, I'm doing a live stream. Shut up.
Number 13,
fucking Northern. Keep smiling.
Number 20, Carl Naismith.
You're going to miss Lee Gregory. I'm going to miss Lee Gregory. Could be tears shed here today. I went to watch the Avengers last night, and people started crying at the end. What the fuck's that about? And then I thought, well, don't take the piss, because this could be happening. This could be happening here. Could be tears shed at full time here. Getting a Kleenex out, showing you the crowd or lack of it.
Number 18, Gary Roberts. Number 29, Charlie Jolly. Number 31, Chris Berry. Number 42 is Alex Perry. The referee today is Mr. Moore. His assistant is Mr. Hunt.
Right, it's filling up in here now. It's 10 minutes to kick off. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. Hope you can hear me over this fucking music. I'll see you at full time.